Hey, it's your airplane. I'm just sitting here.
Sashi.
Puri Jushing Metotram Rira Rinshing Imde Embadi Sangye Shindu Mikte Uwargi Jogun Namdak Shingla Tuparsho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kandiryatayami
Sangye
Chilang Soki Chognam La Jamshu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chinyen Gibe Sanamki Drola Penchir Sangye Druparsho
Sangye
Chilang Soki Chognam La Jamshu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chinyen Gibe Sanamki Drola Penchir Sangye Druparsho
Sangye
Chilang Soki Chonam La Jamshu Bardu Dagni Gyapsuchi Dagi Chinyen Gibe Sanamki Drola Penchir Sangye Druparsho
Smoke-a-dokie. Smoke-a-dokie.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing too.
Okay, so Chinny Lama is still talking about the mind-only school and the emptiness of things, and we're still talking about things appearing and how they appear. So yesterday we talked about, Chinny Lama talked about how when an object appears to the eye consciousness, it doesn't appear nature by its own nature. Rather, it appears to two different kinds of seeds. Do you recall what those two different kinds of seeds are? No.
Stinky, smelly fish.
They weren't the kind of stinky, smelly fish, no.
Two kinds of seeds, yeah. Yeah.
Marek, Bakcha,
Stable.
seeds of misunderstanding
Yeah.
Oh.
was one. And then the other,
Do we have seeds for me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for continually naming cup.
from time with no beginning.
Yeah.
Naming it.
But it's not just
Yeah.
cup, it's
Well,
this is a visible object, this is its noel, this is its essence,
Mhm.
kepar, this is its kepar.
The other
So we're
seed does
doing
all
that
three
over,
of those.
over. Seeds for those, for
Okay.
doing those
Okay.
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Two kinds of seeds.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So one kind in this case is divided into three. Okay.
Okay. So,
I'm going to give you the new input of her.
Oh, I'll kiss you if you do.
It's coming.
That text
You
was
can now hold
frustrating. That was really frustrating.
I just airdropped it to you. Did it come?
No,
Michael's MacBook Pro.
101st airdropped it to you.
I don't see anything. I'm waiting.
You
Says
see this here? It
waiting.
says airdrop
Oh,
item
duh.
from Nicholas Lush.
So what-
Airflop.
Thank you.
Where'd it go?
Downloads.
Into the downloads folder.
What's it called?
Tempe. I just have to.
BST?
Yeah,
Bistan-
BSTAN.
I say sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's okay.
Go ahead.
What do we call that second type of bhakta?
Katane?
Oh.
Oh, juke shit, juke.
In English, I call it the namey
But-
one.
Right. It's something to do with that, right?
Main-
The verbalization.
Je paie bhakta.
What is it?
We were using the
Abi-
verbalization.
Abi
Numpar
express.
Jepe.
Numpar
Numpar Jepe.
Yeah,
The
Numpar
seeds-
Jepe.
Oh, so my ears.
Yeah, BR.
I'm curious
The
what's
seeds
this
for
Sanskrit. Can
verbalization.
somebody look it up?
Yeah.
It's like Abi Bhakta or I don't know.
Mm-hmm. For Numpar Jepe?
Yeah, it's pretty famous.
Numpar Jepe?
Numpar Chip.
Numpar.
MN.
Mumpar.
Okay.
Je paie bhakta.
You got it?
Je. BRJOD.
Thank you.
I'm seeing Abhivadati?
Vadati.
Ah,
Okay.
What?
Vadati.
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 How do you spell Jod?
Vod means to speak.
B-R-J-O-D.
It's probably related to Voc, which is what voice came from, and Vox amplifiers.
And vocalize and vowel.
Okay.
Okay. So earlier, as in a few days ago, we were curious about this idea of pen, that it was spelled the way it was, as it relates to Bach jocks. And Geshe-la found this text by Kitsun Lobsang Jamyang Munlam that clarified this description by listing 5 characteristics that the foundation that is infused must possess. So what did we learn about the first characteristic?
That it has to be stable
Firm.
in order
Firm,
to then
Yeah.
yield for the bok chop to stay there.
Smearable.
And
So-
stable was...
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right,
sustained.
sustained.
It would stick
That
around.
also reminds me of my dog.
Like he had 2 examples. Like a this, but not like that. Like a
Oh, I don't remember.
Sound
example.
sesame seed,
Oh,
but
not
not
like
like
sound.
Not like sound.
Sound
like
like
sound.
sound
Yeah.
and lightning.
Sound like
Right, so not ephemeral, but yeah.
Like a sesame
Very
seed?
good.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
till
Yeah.
till.
By the way, I saw another reference that
Yeah.
said stone and wood instead of sesame seeds. Maybe it means sesame. It just I guess it's seed, but it's uncomfortable because still would be the seed put into the cream cheese. You see what I mean?
Oh,
I don't know why he said till. I'm not very worried about it. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Again.
Maybe the new input of see something
okay.
Ah, here we go.
Tukma me one.
Mepa.
Mepa.
PA.
From the front,
Since
since the front side, since
Yeah.
Yeah, from
The
behind
front
him
end.
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Time when no beginning.
Now this next one should be easy. No hard jokes.
Yeah.
Well, what is it in Sanskrit?
express.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Verbalization.
I'll give you $5.
Verbalization.
Maybe I did.
Yeah.
Ngawa tardupa.
Established as an
We should
appearance
start doing that.
No. You got the right words, but not in the right
Oh,
order.
appearing as an establishment.
oh it's
No, not quite the right order.
Oh, this is extremely important expression.
Yeah.
Appearing like.
Establish your appearances.
Oh, right.
It exists.
Established to be like an appearance.
In plain English.
It's got my particle there. Oh, no. Sorry.
Right. As
But-
being like.
Appearance. Exists.
Exists
As
as
it
it appears.
Exists as.
$20 for normal English right here.
She
Now,
already said
right
it.
now.
She already
I
said
sorry.
it.
What?
Exists as it appears. Joshua.
It is the way it looks.
It is
It
the way
is the way it
looks.
looks.
I mean, but
I'm gonna give $20 to myself.
exists as it appears.
This guy's a fancy car.
Kiss myself.
Oh, kiss my
Kiss
butt.
myself.
Everyone gets 100 when I win the lottery.
No, but looks is the way it looks.
Yeah, it is the way it looks.
That's a big deal in Buddhism,
Yeah.
Deceptive.
to be the way you look.
So I guess nobody likes the logo or the name for the.
People like the logo.
When I teach this, I will not be teaching from the
For the
School of
temple.
Translation.
Fair enough.
That was
Used
my.
it.
But you're welcome to use it if you want to
I'm
teach.
going to have a
Buddhism.
dancing bear.
Fair
so
enough.
If you want to be the 10,000 school.
Yeah.
Dancing
We
bear.
could make it something else.
You're welcome
Not do
to.
it at all.
I think it'd be cool if you want to use it.
That's cool. Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if you want to use it.
Okay.
But
We
you
can make
don't
a
have to
different.
use it.
We can make a different logo too. that
You're
makes
on your own.
No, I like the logo for our group.
Okay.
But when I teach it, I won't be teaching as of the group. You know what I mean?
Makes sense too. Yeah.
Can I take the plane?
You've got the plane.
Alright.
The plane is yours.
There's a nice song. We're kind of.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah. Which one is this?
Stills, huh?
I'll go for this one.
I could be a rambler from the southern dial, don't pay taxes 'cause I never file. I don't do business that don't make me smile. I love my aeroplane, 'cause she got style.
I'm a treetop flyer. It's a guy who smuggles drugs
Yeah.
Oh,
and he
Yeah,
flies
under the
real close
radar.
to the
Under the radar.
There's a movie about that that came out recently. Tom
He
Cruise.
flies along the treetops with a plane packed full of treetops.
Very sills, yeah.
Those regular pilots, they just can't get the job
the
done.
canyon.
I fly into the
You'll
canyon.
never see the sun.
You never see the sun.
There's no such thing as an easy run.
Okay, anyway.
Treetop flyer.
Wow, that's
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a good song. I like that.
One more verse.
I fly low, I'm in high demand.
I fly low, I'm in high demand.
15 feet, Rio Grande.
15 feet over the Rio Grande.
I blow the mesquite right up off of the sand.
I blow the mesquite out of the stand. Yeah, the Night and Diamond Mountain people can appreciate it. Okay, let's go.
damn.
He just talked to, I love this next part because finally we kind of get some clarity on the idea that a thing doesn't have to be called what it is. And he's going to give 3 proofs. And he's going to take it from Take Two. Please go.
Damn. Got the thing.
Yeah.
Tek du le. Mingi nga ro lo make cheer. Mang be cheer dang ma dre cheer. De yi dak ni dak mang dang. Dak dre ngewe juparnger.
Yeah. Take Two, who wrote it?
The Companion of the Higher
Yeah,
Way.
Sangha. Yeah. Companion of the Ways. Okay. Which is a big mind-only text. Okay. It sounds like it's a compendium of the ways, but it's not. Okay. And let's just do the words and not understand it yet, because he's going to reveal it. Okay. So this is one of those translations where you want the text to be mysterious, and then he gets to go, oh, guess what this means. So you got to reserve that for him. Don't say too much. Okay. Mingi ngaro lo mechir. Anybody want to take a shot?
Because
That's
they
one
are-
argument.
They are not before the
Mhm.
word.
Good. There's no state of mind before the words.
There's no statement.
We don't know what it means yet. Okay. And then Mangwei's here. So he's giving,
There are
because
not-
there's no state of mind before the word, because
There are many.
there are many, that's all.
Yeah.
And third,
Man.
because they are mande.
Mandre.
Because they're not
Man-
mixed.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Misha, whatever. Russian has it more close. De dagni, dak mang dang. Its nature would have to be many natures, something like that.
Oh,
Okay. Or yeah, dang de gelwa, dupaja. The mixture of the self would be contradictory. Therefore, it is established. Okay? And he wants it to be mysterious. And then he wants to explain
did a
it to you.
good job.
That's a relief.
Yeah, he did a good job. But, luckily he's going to explain it right now. So I would like you to make a, bibliography entry and a footnote here. Okay? Here's I went and got you
Thank you.
the thing, and I captured a folio number.
Thank you.
So all you really need in your scholarly life
It's love.
is the ACIP number and the folio number.
Right.
Everything else is derivable
Yeah.
from all the tools you have.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it. Okay.
Where do we start here in this?
In this quotation,
Yeah.
Let's not even go there. I mean, it's here. Let me see where it is. If you see a page number up here,
Yeah.
it means your quotation is at the end, the other end.
Right. Yeah. It ends where it ends.
Because I was trying to find a.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Dear Tsiksuchepa means let me tell it to you in a poem.
Mm.
Okay, dear Tsiksuchepa, let me give it to you in a poem. So he had a long explanation, and then he said, let's make a poem about this. And that's very common.
Because I have to say mine don't read in a song.
Yeah, and I didn't have time to incorporate your new typing yet, so we're still going to have some weirdities.
Oh God, well you just got
Weirdity? Is that a
it.
name?
Got it 3 minutes ago.
Rarity.
No, I just mean I didn't have time to go
I'll go
in.
through because there are questions we have. I'll go through
Okay.
and answer the questions. and
God
stuff.
bless
You don't
you.
have to worry about it at all.
Okay, go. Who's your... And here's your revenge, okay?
3 times.
Be nice. Don't forget karma.
Oh, he did.
Jay's Rick's
Kasam?
Gusum.
Sun Denbei Wong Pony.
Dong
Dong
Pony.
Pony.
That was a hard one for me. I was like, Wongbo, what's the Wongbo here? Duh. It's very... This text is... I almost said
Naughty.
Naughty. Read the first one. We want some errors here. Keep going. Okay, if they don't make an error, ask them to keep going.
Tone deer.
Ton deer. Wa sok la rang rang kiming jupa te rangi ne tsuki wangi juk ching juk shi der rangi seniki jupayina.
Keep going.
All right.
Tone deaf wa
Shay Rikbasum. This quotation, so when it's structured with a shay, when it starts with a shay, it means these words of a sangha, these lines of a sangha that I just gave you, they are indicating three logics, Rikbasum.
Yeah.
They are indicating 3 different logical reasons why things cannot be named what they are by themselves. Okay?
Yeah.
So Rikbasum then, and here's the first. Okay, here's the first of them. So I'm going to give you 3 reasons why something can't be named what it is automatically. And then we'll understand forever this mind-only principle, which is important, which is probably the nastiest one. So these 3 are beautiful, If anybody asks Professor Word 20 years from now, what the heck does it mean that the thing isn't named by itself? And, then you can say, well, there's 3 reasons.
Surely long no.
A sangha says. Okay, so here we go. Here's the first. I numbered them for you.
Thank
You
you.
see, there's number 2 down there.
Holy.
There's there are short reasons.
Glad there are
Okay.
some
Okay.
Number 3 in just a few terms.
by 2020.
Okay, so Don Dirwa. This is worth 30
Hold
bucks. Oh no, just cancel that.
Round.
You can see his hands.
Yeah, he's good.
Yesterday.
I'm a man
I'm just gonna give it back
I'm
to
a
you.
man of my word. If you want to
I'll give it to AC.
buy everybody a donut or something, that's up to you. Okay, anyway, say it again for everybody.
It's bulbous or round.
Exactly.
Bulbous.
Supoche.
Supoche.
Big gutted.
Yeah,
My
big,
stomach.
big belly.
So ton dir, heavy pinezo.
Ton deer.
Open vowel and a landa tanda. Okay, but what does it refer to?
Shapes?
In our case, in my text, it was referring to the functionality of a coffee cup.
Shap shum ton dir chukyor
It was
nupa.
It was flat on the bottom,
Good.
round, and able to hold water.
Which is
So
the
it's-
definition of a
K-bar.
Of a
It's a cake.
coffee cup or
It's
a water
a
pitcher.
little bit
Water pitcher.
okay. So
Water pitcher.
in Buddhism, vase has a definition.
Uh-huh.
It's a thing with a little
Flat bottom.
bottom on it,
Yeah.
and it has a fat belly, and it has a spout, and it holds water. Sorry.
Yeah, right. No spout.
So this is the definition of it. So to dirwa sokla. So what he's saying is he wanted to remove the name from the object. And then he wanted to make a big deal about giving it the name vase. So he said, let's take those bulbous things. Let's take those little pot-bellied things. Besides me.
Anybody, most Buddhists,
so,
Tibetans would know that those things are
yeah. Yeah. Ranrangi Ming Jupa means to apply its name to it, to apply their names to them, their respective names. Ranrangi Ming Jupa De. Now, Utpal is going to give you this. Rangi Netsuki Wanki Juk.
It's not through you don't label through the power of itself?
Yeah, it's not that, it's not that the name would apply, Juk, just from the nature of the thing. So, nature is a tough, I would say through the nature of the thing, or it's not the nature of the thing that it should get its particular name. That's all. It's not the nature of the thing that all these little pot-bellied things should get their name. Get the name that they get. Okay? By the way, he didn't say no yet. He didn't say no yet. He didn't say, there's no word here negative.
Right.
It's just, here's the punchline. What's that?
Whenever,
No.
something is
If things were like
I
that.
thought Yena was.
And then he's going to have a list of problems. That's all. He didn't deny it yet. If all these little pot-belly guys were called what they're called, he didn't even say vase yet. He's making it mysterious. If all these little pot-belly guys were called what they're called, then...
Is it pot-belly guys, or is it the word bulbous and the other words that define what...
No, this means pot-belly guys.
Because you're wa.
If all these little pot-belly guys running around, he's desperately avoiding the word Bumba, because he wants it to be, look, you get the word. Okay, so he's making it like mysterious.
Yeah.
You know? All these pot-belly guys.
He's saying plastic cylinder.
Okay, yeah.
If all these plastic cylinders.
What's the soap? What's the soap thing? Is it just
And
fertilizer?
other guys, like guys who hold up roofs,
Right.
which is
Pillars.
the definition of a kawa.
Right.
Okay.
Does it say that?
Okay.
No.
All right.
No,
That's what's in blood vessel.
If they could be the thing that gets the name in it automatically, if they could be inherently the thing that gets their name, that's all he is. He didn't say anything else yet.
He said that in a
He
lot
didn't
of
say anything
words.
else yet. If they could be the thing that gets their name automatically, inherently, whatever, okay, then here's some problems, okay? Go, please read.
Ton Dirwa Chuchen.
Che-chen.
Let's take bulbous.
No, first read the whole line. We want to pick on you.
Kyuta Bumpa Shepe Kane Nijupante Dal La Mite Partel.
Go down.
Mitowarta.
Oh. This, okay. Tula Tu Partel. Kupu Pao She Jepe Kane. What? Kupu Pao She Jepe Kane Ki Shir Mupoy Ne Suki No Ne Rangi Seniki Drupae.
Okay. Don't deal with che-chen.
Let's take bulbous.
Good. I like fat little belly.
Let's take a pot belly.
Let's do a pot belly.
Let's take pot belly.
It makes me
Let's take this
uncomfortable.
part. Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable too. Kila bama shetani jupe de dala mito pato. The punchline is here. Dala mito. So Gang's going to tell you what te means because tudrub is the definition of tenjum.
Right.
Tendel. Dune dupa. It's the definition of dependent intimation. Dune dupa.
Two things that relate.
Yeah, things that depend on something else or rely on something else. Reliance is the definition of dependence.
Right.
It's just not very satisfying, but that's what it is. Okay, so tepa means to rely on.
Is it related to ten?
Somehow it's related to the verb to look to somebody for help.
Oh,
To tawa. Okay, like you see, I depend on you means I look to you. So it's related to verbs for looking. Okay, LTA. Okay, so anyway, dala mitupar. So are you telling me when you give the word vase, okay, to it, when you give the word vase to it, and you apply that term, tane jupa, are you telling me it doesn't rely on an expression?
Da.
So da and tanya are very close to each other.
Yeah.
BRDA, sorry here, BRDA and tanya are pretty difficult to separate. Okay. So are you telling me when you apply the name vase to little pot-bellied thing, you're not relying on a term? Okay, you're not.
Okay. There's no opponent here. We're just putting forth the
No, our
syllogism.
opponent is
Well, the
nom,
opponent
which is
came
the-
here, you know.
That's the nom.
Yeah, if things were that way,
Okay.
if things were that way, then when I call a vase, I must not be using a word. I must not be using a word. Mita, that's why you're going down, because it's sarcastic.
The tane.
So it is what it is. It's called what it is automatically, right? He said, right. Then I say, okay, so when I call it vase, I'm not using a word, right? I'm not using a word. I don't have to use a word, right? Then he says, between here, he says,
It is.
Why would you say
yeah, he says,
Chichiro.
she's here. Why is there that? He's like, he's always the fall guy. Why is there that? Why is there? Because it is called what it is automatically. That's all. When we call it vase, okay, then it exists by the nature of the thing as the object to which the term is applied from its own side. Okay? Neitsuki. Now he threw in nune. Neitsu would have been bad enough. Neitsuki would have been bad enough.
Yeah.
But he's like, it's called by what it is automatically from its own side. Like he threw in,
Through its own nature.
let's throw in by definition and from its own side and all of its own, and keep dumping those words on the guy. Okay? Because that's according to you, right?
Yeah.
From its own side. By in and of itself. By the nature of it,
Yeah.
okay, right? Then he says, then he changes story. Right here he changed to, there's only two choices. We finished teacher.
He says the.
Yeah, he says, duh. Okay, well, okay. Then I agree. You don't need a word when you call a vase a vase. He's getting desperate. The second choice is always desperate.
Right. This is the Earl Burning attack.
Okay, yeah, then I agree. You don't need a word.
The Earl Bernie offensive.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Please read. You got the plane.
Yes, sir.
I got the chai.
Here, wala.
The vitamin C is lonely.
Dala.
Mintu
Mito.
par kiewar tell. Depende
Duba teacher. Struggle with this and give it to me. As a team. Struggle with it and give it to me.
Okay, well, if you agree,
It's cool. Okay, I'll give you that
if
much.
you agree to what we just said,
Pot-belliness is to be a vase is pot-belliness.
if you think to yourself that to be
If you get the
the thought, then there's word. Okay. I mean, to not be related, Kiewar.
Well, let's go
Gives
do
rhyme.
pieces.
Yeah,
Let's just do pieces.
I think for the first
What's
one, we were-
Lokewa?
the
Thought
thought
as
arises.
what
Yeah, when
arises
the
in
thought
your
comes
mind.
up in your mind.
Yeah.
When the thought comes up in your mind, okay?
Where you think
Hey,
to yourself,
this is
This is
This little
coffee
potbelly
cup, which is-
guy is a vase.
Yeah.
When that pops up in your mind,
yeah.
hey,
is a
this
vase.
little potbelly guy is a vase. Okay?
Uh,
Then that thought must kill in your mind.
must arise that they are related. They're not related.
Without on da,
Yeah.
Without relying
well, without relying on the word.
on a word.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay, all right. So when you look at a little potbelly thing and this sound comes into your mind, oh, vase.
Yeah.
Well, that must come into your mind without there being any word there, huh?
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it were called what it's called by
By
itself.
itself,
Okay?
yeah.
This, we're getting,
Yeah.
we're finally hearing why
Right.
things can't be called what they're called automatically,
And you gotta think
which
that's
is a
everything.
big deal in the mind-only school. Like we just broke up, we just smashed half of the mind-only school. Now we get outer objects done and we're done. You see what I mean?
Right.
The rest is easy. Okay?
But they agree to this.
Do the
Do
ancients.
the-
So, yeah,
Then he's desperate and he says, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
I would think they think that. It
So,
seems right.
I'm sorry, can I ask a question about that last part first?
Yeah.
What are the two keywords doing?
You think that?
If you think.
When the thought comes up in your mind to call something a vase,
Mm-hmm.
that thought must come up in your mind without a word.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Wouldn't it be when the thought comes up in your mind that this is a flat or this is a bulbous, a pot-bellied?
No.
It comes up
When you,
without
it's
an
understood here is like tone or something. When you see a little pot-bellied guy,
That is
and then the thought pops up in your mind, vase. It's just vase. You hear the word vase in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that must up into your mind. There's your second pop-up.
Yeah, that's the key one.
without relying on a word.
Pop-up's a good thing to eat. Without needing a word.
Right.
But it just did, right? That's the point. Okay?
Yeah.
When vase pops up in your mind when you look at a fat little guy, then are you telling me it pops up into your mind without a word? It's just ridiculous.
Right.
Because a vase just
So
pops
you're
up in
saying
your mind.
base is not a word?
Okay. Because if the thing were called what it is automatically, it should pop up in your mind without a word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Without needing a word.
Yeah.
Because Tektu said, Mingi ngaro lo mechu. Okay? There's nothing in your mind before the name.
Mm-hmm.
This is somehow relating to that. Okay, here we go.
In my mind, that's-
Then he says, yeah, I agree. When vase pops up in your mind, you don't need a word.
Tone
Yeah.
deer.
It feels right, kind of.
Keep going.
Tone deer one.
There's a few problems with this typing.
Just
That's
a
sick.
couple.
Very frustrating.
Tuna.
I told you that already, I guess.
Tall deer.
Tone deer.
Tone
Tone
deer.
deer.
Tone deer.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see the L.
You got
Oh, it's
Tall
wrong.
deer. Wala bumfao. Shemi. Mingma. Takshani.
Oh.
Ngaro ne. Tall deer. Wa. Tongsani. Ne. Kyang. Dini. Bumfao. Nyam. Be. Lo. Kiewar. Tello.
Pillow. Yeah. When you have a low, it's almost always going down. Kiwatalo.
Kiwatalo.
What the okay. Do not. Okay, if you agree that you can have the word vase pop in your mind without any word, okay?
No, yeah.
Then don't dirwa la pumba o shepa.
You're
Mean
thinking of
matape ngaro do. Ngaro ne means before.
You
Before
Mhm.
you have
apply the
applied
Apply the name.
the name
the name
uh, vase
to
to these little potbelly guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Before you apply the name,
Uh-huh.
then here we got it a word from Adam's text,
Oh yeah.
and it was even a vocabulary
single-
word.
yeah.
Just by
Right?
looking at it.
Yeah.
So
The
just
single
at
glance.
just at a glance,
Mhm.
just from a glance, even just from a glance,
Just from a glance.
you then a state of mind would have to pop up in your mind that
Which
said,
thinks
"Oh
to
look,
itself,
a
this is
vase."
a vase.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty good, though.
Before you give the name, right? Before you think of it as a vase must pop up in your mind.
Yeah.
The moment you see it,
Right.
there's no time gap. You don't see it,
Just
then there's
remember.
some I don't know, synapses closing, and then you say, oh, that's a vase.
Yeah.
It would just be, you look and it's a vase.
Right.
Okay.
Isn't that kind of what it feels like?
Yeah, it feels fast, but it can't be simultaneous, right?
No.
He just said just from a glance. He didn't actually say simultaneous.
This is
The moment you see it. How's that?
Okay,
It's
but
wrong.
he didn't say that.
That's
You're
what it
saying
means.
that.
Huh?
Just from a glance.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
No, to me, it's just pure nonsense. I mean, if it's not a word, how can you say it's a vase? 'Cause that's
It
a
should
word.
feel like nonsense.
Okay, good.
It's supposed to be nonsense.
Good.
Kiawa pello. Come on, that's nonsense. Pello means that's nonsense. It is he is saying it's nonsense. Okay. Now he's gonna clarify, okay? Don't
So
get scared.
Well, let's go up to that. The ton dir wa la bum pao. So that's in quotes, right? Because the shade comes after.
Yeah.
No, the only bumpa is in quotes.
Right.
Only bumpas?
Yeah, not even O. Not even the O. Well, the O is like a period.
Oh, I thought
It's
it was a period
it's
for that
a
whole phrase.
equational. Bumpa by itself is an equational sentence. This is a vase.
Yeah. Oh, it's
In
like-
in quotation marks. When he goes O'Shea,
yeah.
O'Shea, he's going like this.
Uh-huh.
Well,
That's
yeah, I
the
knew that,
Tibetan
but I thought
way.
it was for the whole.
O'Shea.
No.
I thought it was for the
No, separate
Vase.
it with the Latin part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To-
separate it here. Yeah,
vase.
stops
to-
here.
Okay,
No.
got it.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking
But
maybe-
it's a valid point to question where does the shape begin?
Yeah.
Because we in Tibetan we only have the ending quotation mark. We don't have the first quotation mark.
Mhm.
So then it becomes a call where you put the
Oh.
first quotation mark.
Yeah. And you
It's
have
unfortunate.
to figure that out yourself.
Some people have tried to put them into texts.
Mm.
Rinpoche would have had a heart attack. You can't mess with the text. You know? That's not your right. You know?
Yeah.
Don't do that for the author. Okay. All right,
Thank you.
David Okay, and now he's gonna wrap it up. You know, which gives us some comfort. If you still feel uncomfortable, which is probably most of us.
Dana.
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 They're gonna have an airplane.
That's so relaxing.
This is a dog fight.
Dog fight, yeah.
We got Snoopy flying this one.
Shaving.
Shit, Jeffrey. Oh, you don't know.
It's not Mir, it's Ming. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Gongone.
Kongo.
Kongone. I'm just trying to keep it in the room. Dei nyampe lo kiwane be jiro.
I would like to just confirm this reading, okay? Tena. Now I have to be careful. Don't deal with Churchen. Let's take little pot belly guys. Okay? Kia Bumpe. Yeah, this is Bumpa O, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's what it was last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think. You could see
You
that.
have the new
That's
input
an
now,
easy
guess what?
mistake.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
want to
I'll
spend the
check.
time to
Yeah.
Now,
input the new input, but you can
I will.
update your text.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Guess
I
you-
suspect
yeah,
this
we
one
check it.
is might also be Deo, but I'm not as sure.
Dude.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh shit.
So don't deal with Churchen. Kid Bumbao Shijipe Tanyaki Shir Rangitaniki
Shit.
Madrupte. It's not the case that the little pot-bellied guy is what gets the name vase
Yeah.
in and of itself, by itself. Okay? Okay? Why? Because Kula Bumbo Sheming Matabe Korona. Konro is the same as Ngaro.
Before?
Yeah, before. And again, this is the Chinese emperor Koma, meaning higher. And in a text, higher means earlier. You know, up above. In English, we say up above, meaning in the page before. So Konro is the same as Ngaro. Okay, they're just the same thing. So before you apply the name, it's impossible to have a state of mind that says, "Oh, this is that."
Yeah, it's boom.
Okay, this is that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's impossible to have that state of mind. Okay, this is that. Okay, before you've applied the name. Okay, and that proves that things are not called what they're called automatically. And his first reasoning is completed.
Okay.
Okay.
We have.
And how was it expressed in?
No, that's not.
How was it stated by a sangha? What did he say?
He said it much more succinctly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. All he said was, before the name, the state of mind cannot be. Before the
There is
name,
no state
the
of
state of
mind
mind
before
cannot
the
be.
name.
Meaning, in your head, you can't say vase before you apply the name vase. Otherwise, names would be applied without relying on names.
Relying on
You
object.
can't have that thought in your mind, this is a vase, before your mind looks at it and says vase.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not named before you think the name.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's not.
Okay.
I think so.
All right.
Time is up, Keshav.
You can sit with that one. You can sit with that
When
one.
you're getting your butt kicked in
It's
the morning.
correct and it's correct and it's profound. It's not as simplistic as it sounds. It's not. It's so profound it sounds stupid. You know.
My
You
homework
can't-
will be very similar.
You can't think vase. You can't think vase before your mind looks at it and gives it the name vase. You know, first you look, then the mind says vase, and the mind puts the name vase on the thing. It's not that just boom, vase, it comes in your mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Something more is happening. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a vase from its own side.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be called a rose.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the first logic. Sit with it for a
Is
while.
it
Yeah,
pen or
sit
is
with
it
it. It'll come clear. It'll come clear.
11
It's a
kinds of snow.
pen.
Thank you,
Toy.
Keshav.
Okay. Thank you.
chewable
By the
pen?
time we finish these three reasonings, we'll be more comfortable with half the mind only school. And then it's all downhill from there, maybe.
Can we do the rest of them tomorrow?
Oh, it's up to you.
Okay. Sashi.
Smoky dokie.
Smoky dokey.